Are NASCAR rainouts a thing of the past? I'm Matt Faulkner, and this is Overtime. Traditionally, NASCAR cars have not raced in the rain. However, about 10 years ago, they did develop a rain tire for road course use only. This tire got used early on in the Xfinity Series, but the Cup Series hasn't used that tire until recently. They used it in Stage 1 of the race at the Roval a couple years ago, but the race that everyone remembers in the Cup Series in the rain was in 2021 at Circuit of the Americas. On that day, for the first time in Cup Series history, there was heavy enough rain that it was clear we were going to run the rain tire from the start. It was also the first opportunity to test out things like our windshield wipers, our taillights, our mud flaps, rain tires all at once to see what the visibility would be like, what the racing would be like, and if everyone just crashed instead of raced well in the rain. No one really knew what was going to happen, and we were about to find out at COTA. The biggest challenge on that day, however, was visibility. The standing water on the track created huge rooster tails of water and spray. So unless you were the leader, you really couldn't see anything but a bunch of spraying water everywhere. And this made for a ton of crashes. Martin Truex Jr. got run over from behind in a dramatic wreck where the 41 car drove underneath him. He never saw Martin. The race that day at COTA actually had to be canceled 15 laps before the finish. The drivers were concerned about their safety. And frankly, if we'd have run the last 15 laps, there may not have been any cars left anyway. Even though there is a tire developed for road course racing in the rain, we do not currently have a tire that allows for racing in the rain on ovals. And part of the reason is more of the same. Like we saw the big water spray behind the cars at Circuit of the Americas, that water spray would be even worse at an oval track with conditions of close traffic proximity. Also, considering the speed, the bank angle, and the loads on the tires at superspeedway and oval tracks, we can't just run the same tires we run in the rain at road courses at those tracks because those loads and speeds would likely tear those tires up. However, in an effort to avoid more rainouts, NASCAR is currently developing a tire that could be run on some of the smaller tracks that we race at, smaller ovals in fact, like Martinsville or maybe even Loudon. This would do a couple things. It would allow us to race in the rain more often. It would also keep races run on their scheduled date instead of maybe the next day if it rains out. It's hard to say what could happen with this. Obviously, there's certain things that we can't know. Even with testing, it's impossible to know what the visibility would be like with 40 cars on a track at a time. It's difficult to make a comparison to like F1 racing in the rain because they have 20 cars, we have 40 cars. Their tracks are usually much longer than ours and they're not ovals. But it will be interesting to see what happens. There could be some failures, there could be some experiments that go bad, but it'll be interesting to see what the result is of these tests at ovals in the rain and see how it goes in the future.